The UPA regime has been promising cheap housing to all that might require it for quite some time now. But the reality is that, well, the delivery of such projects in terms of making it into a reality has been little short. We find out exactly how far away this dream happens to be.
We don't have to build a new database.
Time is running out for the government to deliver on its affordable housing promise for its Aam Aadmi. With just 1 month to go, major issues related to finance and property rights still remain to be addressed.
One is ownership titles, not very clear. So that has to be worked out in the states, and that will depend on the situations. How could you give adequate title so the person can be mortgage the property to the banks. The second is that since these people are very often in vocations which they are sort of self-employed, as it were, and they're very vulnerable. So they could be out of income for a while, so the bank is a little nervous. The banks are big banks, are a little nervous about the NPAs that they may have in that area.
For a workable cheap housing scheme, industry experts say the government will have to rope in the private sector for construction purpose. Government has to first incentivize private realtors in terms of funding and land acquisition, and then evolve a subsidy scheme with such incentives for the private developers. The private sector is ready to join in and is also suggesting some checks and balances to prevent the misuse of the scheme.
You give it to the people under these conditions that they will not be resold, they will be meant for a particular purpose, and the investors will not be allowed. There will be a mechanism which will be in place that nobody will be able to buy a second house, which he already has. So all these parameters can be taken care of. They have to be inbuilt in the system.
India's housing needs are growing by the day. By 2012, the country will need over 26 million houses in the lower income segment. Government feel this should be reason enough for the private players to join in. In New Delhi, Oinita Moja Sinha, NDTV Profit. And